Hi everyone, it is Renee, and today is May 2nd. For some of you who may be watching my Facebook posts, I'm going to have a second surgery. I currently have the sleeve, for some of you who may not know, and it was sleeved December 23rd, 2013. My highest known weight was 277.6. In 2008, well before surgery, lost weight, blah, 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 gained weight, blah, blah, blah. Day of surgery, I was 243.2 because my weight was heading back up. And at the time, I had insurance that covered it. However, I also may have wanted the bypass. I'm scared to death of it, but my husband, he was very insistent. Blah, blah, blah. So I got the sleeve. The sleeve for restriction has been phenomenal. I am limited, since I'm just over 3 years out, I'm limited to definitely a full cup chewed well. So obviously if I had a lot of food, by the time it gets into my tummy, it holds about a solid 1 cup of food. Which, if I eat too fast, I actually have to stop prior to that because I get full. Because I'm not chewing well enough and the particles are bigger. So, also some of you who may or may not be following my journey, the lowest weight I've seen since surgery was 161.1. And that was around the time I went to Alaska on a cruise. So that was September 2016, I believe. And I was gaining some weight, and I was training for a marathon, and I got my weight back down after I gained weight in Europe last May, back down to 164. Right before my second full marathon, I got an injury because I overtrained, and I, in essence, couldn't run, or so I thought. I couldn't finish my second marathon. So I started going into the pity party, and I started going into sugar, because that was right around October when all the stores were filled full of Halloween candy. And by that time, I did find a podiatrist. He told me I would be able to run. He hit me with a cortisone shot, taped up my arch, my foot, but told me I couldn't run until the marathon, which was almost 2 weeks. Could not run. So I completed the second marathon. Yay me, worst wet weather day ever. My shoes and feet actually swelled up so much on that one. I actually damaged the nerves in the top of my left foot, and my left and my last 2 toes were actually tingly for a while. That wore off, but saw the podiatrist after the marathon, and he told me I could not run for 1 full month and to return. Pity party did not stop. Pity party continued for a good solid 4+ months. And at the time that I think I made my last video, I was 208, 209, somewhere really close to 210. Maybe higher. I'd have to look at my notes, which I don't have notes, so I'd have to look at my videos. Anyways, I worked my ass off really, 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 really hard for a full month. I did the whole ketogenic diet, which I've actually done prior, and it does work. Except it didn't work as well as I needed it to mentally. I only ended up losing about 7 pounds. Which, yes, 7 pounds is 7 pounds, but the further out I go, I want to be at goal. I want to be a goal for numerous reasons, but have you ever tried running with big boobs? Does not work very well. I know, because I've seen all of the action photos of me running with my very good sports bra, and they're like practically down my waist in the bounce, and my shoulders, my back, all hurt. Prior, when I was about in the 180s, I did go see a plastic surgeon. Actually, she will be at the WLSFA in Portland. Dr. Strew. She's with the Waldorf Center. Because there's a different plastic surgeon in a different state who's not coming to the meet and greet, I obviously will not be having consultation. So I will probably end up going with Dr. Strew, which she seems really nice, and the pictures I've seen of her work look really nice. But we're not there. I'm not at goal. But the biggest part was insurance, breast reduction. She figures even if I lost all the weight, they still would be too big of a mass. I need to go flip my bacon. So to make a very long story even shorter, I refuse to give up because my sleeve was done so well. My body is basically acclimated to being able to eat everything I eat. In the beginning, I wouldn't be able to stomach too much sugar without having problems. I know a lot of you too, after surgery with the sleeve even, sugar didn't go so well in our system. But obviously, who binges on sugar for 4+ months if their body is acclimated and it doesn't make them sick? So I started looking into what the hell are people doing to revise their sleeve. And thanks to YouTube and the internet, I initially came across business, company, whatever, in Tijuana. And I have to go to Mexico, one, because I'm not shelling out $30,000+, and two, the insurance I have doesn't cover it. I mean, I could go switch to Kaiser, but they're only going to do the bypass, and who knows what they would even say or do. But anyway, so the Tijuana doctor, his idea of revision was basically like sewing the sleeve smaller, literally just like folding it in on itself and going, and that's not what I wanted. I stumbled upon videos of, okay, there's like 3 different things this is called. It's called SADI, S-A-D-I, or SADI-S, or the DS loop, or the loop DS, and I think there's something else. But it's basically the DS, but it is technically different. By only having one, oh god, I totally will botch this A word, osteomosis. Anyways, where there's one new hole being put into the small intestine from the bottom of the caloric valve. So he didn't do that, even though on his website, when it under revisions, I listed that, and I'm like, why would I? God, how much did he want? He wanted like $8,000, I think. And I'm like, you're going to sew... Whatever. Anyways, so then I stumbled upon Mexicali Bariatric Center, where actually one of our favorites, Sarah Spano, I cannot remember what her YouTube handle is, had her gastric bypass. Her doctor, however, Dr. Alvarez, I believe, he's no longer there because he passed away, but it is his initial practice, I believe. And anyways, there's a Dr. Esquerra, E-S-Q-U-E-R-R-A. I believe it's Antonio. And you go through obesity help. You search him and YouTube, Facebook. I've only found raving reviews. I mean, seriously. You know, some people don't quite agree with how he measures the small intestine osteomosis, but that appears to be the only bickering in the background that I've read so far. So, that's what I'm getting. I'm either getting the full DS, because the sleeve is the first stage or phase of it. And actually, you'll find doctors who will actually do the sleeve right along with the DS all at the same time. Or where they stage it out, do the sleeve, lose some weight, then you come back for the double osteomosis part. So So I'm either getting the Real DS, which is with the Hess method, which is calculations based off of like words and acronyms I don't have in front of me, or the SATI, which is the DS loop or the alternative. And I might not do that anymore now that I found a group on Facebook who are more DS patients who've had surgery at Mexicali Bariatric Center. Woo! Okay. Anyways, I have paid my deposit. I have my appointment on June 1st. And on May 31st, I am flying down to San Diego where they will pick me up, drive me to Mexicali, California. And I'm actually going to be staying in a hotel for the first night. And then I'm actually in the hospital for 5 days. That's 4 nights. That's how important it is to them that when I leave, I am sealed and healed as well as can be expected, and obviously still, leave there feeling safe. And the videos I've seen from their website on YouTube, and I even messaged Sarah. She felt comfortable. Obviously, it had been prior past years, but I have the opinion that I'm going to feel safe and they're going to do a good job, and that's the optimistic opinion. And anyways, that's the way I have to go. So I'm unboxing the 3 medical things that they suggested I have at home. 1, compression stockings for my flight home. They have a minimum 12 mm HG. Anyways, there's like the compression strength. My running calf sleeves are like over 80, 90, so I'm pretty sure 30, 40 will be just fine for me. And then I was recommended to get specifically, there's a word that I don't see on this, micropore tape, and then some gauze. Because what they actually do, I will actually have a drain. The first time ever I've had a drain. I didn't have a drain with the sleeve. I didn't have the drain with the gallbladder. But I'm going to get a drain for this. One, so when they do the leak test, because I'll get 3 leak tests while I'm there. So again, before they send me off, everyone feels safe and secure. It's kind of an extra precaution of seeing if what's coming out of the bag is not normal. So I'm excited. There you go. June 1st. My husband did not get his way. I told him he's not getting his way this time. This is why I didn't get what I probably should have gone the first time, because there are complications and problems that will arise with sugar and carbs with the DS, especially within the first year. So I am going to get to goal. So I can get these damn boobs reduced, because if I get them reduced now, obviously if I lose weight, then I'm going to be saggy and baggy, and what's the whole point? Because they're not going to authorize it again, most likely. So, again, I need the breast reduction. Besides, of course, I want to look a little better, but I need the boobs smaller, because I do want to keep running, and that's the only possible long-term effect. I don't know what it will affect with the DS and my running, but I actually had to bail out of a race with a team already because it's too close. And that's life. I have enough medals. I have holy crap. I have 35 medals at least, because I started running in 2012. So I'm proud of that. And, a lot of the half marathons you can still walk for up to 4 hours. So I'm not completely out of the race world. But I really hope I'll be able to start running eventually. Because, long distance, you do have to, take fuel in and stuff. And, of course, who knows how the body will react. And, yes, I do know I will have to have a huge vitamin regimen for the rest of my life. So, there you go. There you go. Thank you very much. And comment, ask questions, and I'll try my best. Take care. Bye-bye.